That actually popped my neck good. Alright. Might as well get this over with because I already know this is going to end with something interesting. Hello everybody, this is Uncle Dylan here, God of Chaos, and today we are doing a one-shot of a what if that, well, has been requested but never been dude, is the best way of saying it, because, well, I've never seen anyone do this yet that wasn't a texting story. Like, I've seen it before. This is What If Deku Was Guts' brother from Berserk. Yeah, we're doing this. I know, I just got done watching the anime too, so you can imagine my looks on it. Now, in this one, let's say in this one Izuku's name is Blood. Makes sense, really. Blood and Guts. Yeah. And also, it's easy to remember. Blood and Guts. Now, this is when pretty much you already know how Guts' life is. Blood was the same thing, except his main weapon is not a two-handed sword in this one. No, it's a warhammer. A very big warhammer. Think like, what was that one hammer? Think like the hammer that the orcs would wield in Skyrim. His armor is a little bit less ceremonial. It looks like the steel armor from Skyrim, the steel plate, not the steel plate, but the steel. And this is before this is before they became a band of the Hawks. Actually, I'm going to change. Midoriya's warhammer looks similarity to a blade that looks similarity of the well, not the bone mold, but similarity to a warhammer. Think like the iron warhammer. That's better. And this is before he gets his new weapon, mind you. Anyway, Midoriya walked. This is when we get to Midoriya. Yeah. Now Midoriya is the heaviest tank in the group, in the two. So pretty much you can imagine that. We start them off with pretty much both of them looking at the sky. I seen a dead bird fall to the ground. This is when now. Oh shit! And I fell in the water. Let me continue that. This is when pretty much Midoriya goes to this location. Now this location is what you expect from any normal highwayman. Pretty low tier. But that doesn't mean Midoriya has not done a couple of things. Now Midoriya has actually ranked up over the past years. Now, pretty much after this is when he goes forward. Once they actually get closer to the plate, this is when pretty much Midoriya gets on one of the things. This is when everyone sees the two. Who are those kids doing? What are those kids doing here? That sword is very freaking huge. Check out that warhammer that kid's wielding. Like, that thing is bigger than his body. They're gonna get killed. Look, I almost feel bad for their parents. Right. Now, I should mention that Midoriya doesn't really have a temper. As a matter of fact, it's the opposite. He just doesn't trust anyone. Not even his own sibling. Anyway, this is when Midoriya gets closer to the location he needs to be. And that's when he pretty much starts swinging his warhammer everywhere, like a bloody madman. Anyway, this is when Midoriya gets closer to the. This is when Midoriya swings his swings his warhammer, and it starts destroying everything. All right. Midoriya, this is when pretty much Guts starts swinging his blade as well. Both of them actually are swinging their weapons and killing as much as they could, mostly doing what they are good at. This is when Midoriya gets down, and when this one Midoriya nearly gets killed, but Guts stabs the guy in the back. And this one Midoriya throws his Warhammer, which hits the guy directly in the head, and he manages to get it back. This is when Midoriya and them actually charge in, and this is when they just see the big guy. Mostly, I don't remember his name. He's the guy with the axe. You know, them rumored that he fought a bear, etc., etc. Again? You really like studying. Anyway, this is when Midoriya gets close to... This is when Midoriya actually gets to him. Guts stands behind. And this is when he literally says, 10 pieces. What? 10 pieces is for the general's head. Oh, is he joking? That guy's worth more than 10 p. Alright. If you defeat him, I will grant you 10... and I'll give you 7 pieces. Cheapskate one. Cheapskate. You bastard. Fine. This one Midoriya just walks over to the guy. You'll regret at only using your life for only 10 pesos. Makes sense. Anyway, this is when Midoriya This is when Midoriya swings his Warhammer, which hits the guy right in the leg. The guy tries to use his axe to cut his head off, but Midoriya... This is when Midoriya just managed to grab the axe and literally swings that mace right at the guy's head, which breaks his head open. Oh, they managed to beat him like nothing. Wow. I expect those 10 pieces. Or do you want to be next? You'll get your 10 pieces. Wise move. And this one he just walks off. Come on. On, Guts. Coming. This is when we get to the Band of the Hawks. Look at those two. That big guy barely broke a shred. Dude, he's bigger. He's almost as big as Pin. Hey, I wonder which one of you is stronger, him or Griff? Those two are you, Griffith. Don't be an ass. No one can match Griffith's might. Wait, huh? Look at the size of that crossbow, though. Sheesh. It's as if it was made to kill people, but without hesitation. This is when pretty much Midoriya looks at him. Midoriya gets a good look at Griffiths. His eyes now filled with hatred, which actually makes Griffith sweat a little bit. And only thing you hear from him is I see you. Ooh. Brother, huh? Let's go. Right. Then this one he continues going on with him. You okay? Huh? Yeah, I'm fine. Why? You spaced out a little bit. You never do that. Ah, just saw something. Hey, nothing big. Huh, I see. Well, anyway, we should be able to go. Anyway, we should grab our payment. Next. And that's when they grab their stuff. The general doesn't even try. The general does do the same thing, but he doesn't say it to Midoriya. He thinks Guts is more worthy. But they both just leave because they don't see the point in it. Yeah, like, at all. So you can imagine his looks. Anyway, this is when Midoriya gets closer to... And this is when Midoriya literally and this is when Midoriya actually manages to get some stuff. What'd you get? Mostly food and supplies. Let's go. And this is when they start walking. Once they get closer, this is when they see a couple of people riding towards them. Bandits. Bandits. Let's do this. It's not like we got anything important to miss. Anyway, this is when pretty much they see that the guys are attacking. One of them tries to shoot him, but Midoriya has a crossbow that shoots immediately in the head, which causes them to literally go down. I didn't know you used a crossbow. I didn't. This is my first time. I'm using it. Something new. New, at least. Anyway, once Midoriya got closer to the location, this is when this is when pretty much they start leaving. But this is when they also notice. This is when actually, my bad, I skipped ahead. This is when pretty much the bandits attack, and Midoriya swings his hammer, which hits the guy directly in the leg. This is when pretty much once the horse is now screaming, and this is when Midoriya attacks the rider and just bashes his head in. Guts causes a parry and literally swings both the mace and I quote the sword, and it literally just slices the guy open. This is when Midoriya does the same thing, except he brings out his crossbow and shoots the guy directly right in the head. Right, so you can imagine how painful that must be. Once Midoriya got closer, this is when we get to the Band of the Hawks. Bro, those guys ain't fucking around. It's like dealing with two maniacs. They show no mercy, do they? Who are these guys? Nice. Well, they ain't fucking around. Look at the big one wielding the warhammer. He's taking our guys out as if they're nothing more than common rattle. He makes it look like they're jokes. Is it even possible to defeat these guys? What makes you think that? This is Griffith we're talking about. He can defeat anyone. What? I'll have to admit, I severely doubt that. You're actually doubting that Griffith could beat this guy? I mean, if he has trouble beating him, what makes you think Griffith has? Besides, I saw him give Griffith the look. What are you talking about? He gave Griffith like a look, as if he knows the guy. There's no way. Griffith doesn't know that guy. Right? Sash, go help him. Why? It's their fault. Yeah. And this is when Midoriya gets closer. Once Midoriya this is when Midoriya gets closer to the guy and literally swings his hammer right at him. Now, Midoriya gets closer to the guy, right, and and this is when pretty much they see Ian. Sure. Be ready, another one's coming. Crossbow. Got it. And this is when they both start fighting him. Now, here's the fact that you need to know that Midoriya is not stupid. He knows into fight or flight. But at this rate, I'm going to say he's fighting. Maybe because nobody wants to deal with that. Luckily, Midoriya is not that stupid. But this is when pretty much he sees the woman. But this is when pretty much he gets to the guy. And next thing you know, you hear a splat. This is when he kills the guy. I think we both know who I'm talking about. Even I hate that bastard. This is when Midoriya actually gets closer to the guy. When he gets closer. And this is when the girl's thinking, damn it, he already killed him. This guy knows no remorse. Or whatsoever. Who even is this guy? Once Midoriya and them get closer, Midoriya just sees them. The girl pretty much just sees him, and this is when Midoriya shoots her in the shoulder, which nearly kills her. Until Midoriya is surprised to see that it's a woman. This is when Griffith throws a javelin, which Midoriya catches and throws it right back, except it hits his horse, which causes him to knock down. This is when Midoriya lifts his warhammer, but this is when Griffith deflects both of their attacks, but it hits him pretty badly, because Midoriya pulls a cheap shot and activates a hidden blade. Griffith is surprised and literally stabs him in the gut. You hear blood coming out of his mouth. And the only thing you see is the hatred in Midoriya's eyes. Same with Guts. Both of them are now wounded. This is when Midoriya forcefully yanks out his sword, which causes humongous problems. And this is when Griffith just falls to his knees. And Midoriya and both Guts pass out. You already know, they have their nightmares, etc., etc. Once they wake up, Midoriya wakes up and just looks to see a woman next to him and a woman next to Guts. This is when immediately he tries to reach for a weapon that he thought he had. But then he realized it's not there. He tries to look for it, but he realized, it's not there. Not anymore. Shit. He says in the bottom of his throat. This is when pretty much he gets up, but which wakes up the woman. And both of the women give him a look of despite and anger. Midoriya gives that look right fucking back, boy. Wait, but this is when their eyes turn to more of fear than anything, because they realize they're not dealing with a person, they're dealing with a weapon. Then the hatred in his eyes spark, are giving them the warning if they dare try anything. Because Midoriya got a nasty slash wound on the chest. Guts got one as well. Oh, but Guts is a little bit bad, considering that it's pretty much almost impossible to heal. So Midoriya doesn't give a crap. Yeah. Mostly because they're both sturdy and they've both been through worse. It will take a lot to actually kill them. Once Midoriya it's close. This is when Midoriya gets out. Oh, this is when the girls attempt to stop him, but he dislocates her wrist. Ah! Gives the look of hatred, and it just says, "What were you doing while we were asleep? We were just warming you." Bullshit. No woman would be around monsters like us. We were just following Griffith's orders. Who the fuck is Griffith? The general. Well, the band of the Hawks. Sounds pathetic. The band of the Hawks. Guts, wake up. I've been awake. We're leaving. Hey, let's grab our equipment and go. We can't. My sword's missing. It seems that we have thieves. This is when he starts choking the women. Where are our weapons? Talk, or your lives are lost. Screw you! This is when Midoriya breaks one of their legs. This is when he breaks one of their fingers, which causes screaming. This is when Guts says, "Hold up. I don't think they even know where our weapons are. Torturing them is not going to help. All they're going to do is just give us more problems." You can obviously tell, but Guts is the reasonable one. Where's your leader? Why should we tell you how much you want to be alive? You should be coming around by now. This is when he lets go, then they both are now able to breathe. This is when Midoriya goes to them. This is when Midoriya walks out of the tent. And this is when he gets closer to see that there's going to be a problem. This is when Midoriya just walks up to them, not giving two fucks about them. This is when they see Griffith. I see that you're not the most gentle type. Give us back our weapons, or you're gonna get a knuckle sandwich. Your choice, bitch. Very impatient, aren't you? Midoriya starts popping his neck and starts popping his knuckles. Would you mind going for a walk? Do we look like we have the time for your pathetic life? Let's hear him out. Otherwise, he's not going to give us our weapons. This is when all the men are thinking, what type of man? That's a growl? What is he? No human could growl like that. Once Midoriya gets closer, this is when they start doing their, bullshit. Mostly the usual crap. Stupid bullshit. This is when Midoriya sees them. And the only thing he's thinking in his head is, who the fuck are these guys? It's like that's the only thing he's thinking. Well, at least for now. But once Midoriya got closer to them, this is when Midoriya literally just looks and thinking, this is gonna be a waste of our time. Which nearly was. Until they just get it. This is when he says, I am pleased to know that you managed to convince your brother. They're my friend. We're not friends. Never have been, never will. If you think just because we're gonna be friends, and it's after you shot us, you're fucking idiots. Besides, Dylan cares about that war. Besides, Midoriya cares about that warhammer. To him, it's worth more than your life. I see. I saw you two fight. Both of you know what you're doing. Your point? And I have this dream. Oh, for fuck's sake. Hear me out. My dream is to have my own kingdom. But I want you there. I want you all to be with me. I want you all to join the Hawks. And if we refuse? You would refuse? Are you deaf? Yes, we refuse. God. I'm thinking just because you have power, but it doesn't mean you can get whatever the fuck you want. It pisses me off. I see. Very well. Then how about a duel? No, Guts. I got this. Alright, brother. If I win, you die. Aye. But if you win, you can have us. Yes. I see. This is when Midoriya pops his neck. This is when pretty much the both of them start fighting. But Midoriya is fighting dirty, which he headbutt Griffith right in the head. And it then just swings his warhammer, which breaks his legs. Everyone is shocked to see that Midoriya's skill. Guts is not surprised. But this one Griffith tries to use his sword, but Midoriya grabs it with his teeth and starts actually breaking it. Which is Griffith can hear it and his eyes open wide. This is when pretty much he lifts his warhammer and literally swings it so hard it actually removes a chunk of flesh from Griffith's face. This is when he snaps the sword with his internal teeth. And he spits out the blade. Midoriya starts walking forward, or with the bloodlust of a dragon. Again, and the hatred of a man. This is when Midoriya lifts his warhammer about to have the finishing blow, but he puts the warhammer on his shoulders. I thought you won. Death is too good for you. I'm just gonna make your life a living hell. Oh, one bone at a time. Come on. Right. This is when they go to their tents. What's wrong? He has a Bayonet. What? You mean like... Yep, like that. We gotta watch him. Right. Do you still trust me? Brother, just because you got turned into a demon doesn't mean I don't love you. This one is Midoriya's eyes glow yellow. I suppose that's true. Oh. still, it's a miracle that you could do that. Do what? Turn into a... Turn into... As Midoriya tilts his head left. To see a couple of his men... Sees a couple of men. You're here to try to kill us? Nope. I'm here to know how you're so good at fighting. You have hell of a teeth. And you are... Oh, forgive me. My name is Kirishima. Me and Dinky just joined. Dinky? Is that the woman who slept? Who's Dinky? This one he realized. Wait. You're the woman that slept with me. Yeah. I'm also the woman that that fingers you broke. Miss, sorry, but at the same time, not sorry. I'm not surprised you don't pity me. You don't feel pity. Pity. So, oh, what now? Oh, it's up to you, really. Very well. Oh, so you're staying with the Band of the Hawks? Not like we don't got a choice. After this, they'll hunt us after me breaking your pitiful leader's arms, and they'll try everything to get payback. Heck, you guys are constantly hunting us down like mad dogs. Actually, I'm impressed. Everyone's impressed, but it doesn't mean they like it. You managed to literally defeat one of the most powerful members. I doubt it. He wasn't powerful. He was holding back. Wait, what do you mean by that? Like, if he really wanted to, he would have taken us out years ago. Well, he would have taken us out a second ago. He just wanted to see how I can hurt him. And now he knows the answer. Well, you didn't really show mercy to him. In war, there is no such thing as mercy. Mercy is a lie. On the battlefield. Noted. Anyway, this is when pretty much 3 years has passed, and they both managed to be allies. Nice. This is when Midoriya gets on his warhorse with Guts, and this is when they start charging at enemies. Once Midoriya gets closer to the enemy, he actually starts swinging his weapon as well, which kills a lot of them. Mostly the Black Devil's men. Midoriya just got done killing them. This is when pretty much he got done killing them. And this is when you just see the Band of the Hawks. This is when the king says, "Fascinating. Those two managed to do it all by themselves. You shouldn't speak so highly about our two mercenaries." Nice. That may be, but he's still... these mercenaries, we wouldn't be able to be here by now. In case you're wondering, Guts has his armor, which he normally gets from, well, the canon show, where he gets into Guts. But Midoriya's armor looks a little bit more like, let's see, what's good armor? It looks a little bit like Orcish armor from Skyrim. And his warhammer is still the same. Except the helmet actually covers his full face. Midoriya just This is when I got done, and Midoriya literally gets there. This is when Midoriya says, "That was easy." They actually think we haven't faced that before. Correct. How's that warhammer holding up? It's sturdy. It'll do for now, until it breaks. Good thing that handle's made out of oak and steel. Uh-huh. Once Midoriya gets back to the team, everyone starts congratulating both of them. We did our job. That's all. You two literally take little credit for yourselves. You two should take more credit. If it wasn't for you guys, we would be pretty much dealing with others. That's because you guys rely too much on us. It's pathetic, really. Oh, really? Then how did you do it? Training. A lot of training. Nothing more, nothing less. This is when Dinky and the other girl, which I do not remember their name, he says, "Hey, can we speak to you?" "No, we got training to do. Come on, Guts." Right. That form with your horse, it was predictable. Right. We'll train later, though. Huh? Let's get a drink. Wait, shouldn't we talk to the women then? They're just gonna scold us and call us a mad dog. What makes you think? Why else would two women want us? Sure as hell ain't for fucking. Right. And that's what they do. They get to the location. Chinna bing bada boom. Anyway, after that, Midoriya gets closer to the proximity of the location, which is not that big. Midoriya literally looks around, starts literally walking towards them. But unfortunately, Midoriya still has to deal with them. There we go. Anyway, this is when pretty much they grab their drinks, and this is when Midoriya and them got done with their drinks and their food. The girls still look at them. But this is when they realize they know what they're going to say. Midoriya just doesn't give a fuck. So they let it be for now. This is when Midoriya walked. And mind you, I forgot to mention, Midoriya's helmet looks a lot like a bull, like a minotaur. So pretty much you can see where I'm going. This is when Midoriya takes off his helmet and starts eating. Everyone just sees the scar on his left side. And Guts always gives that a look. Always gives that a look of respect, like every time he sees it. Hey, where the hell did you get that scar? Did you fight a demon or something? No, fire arrow. Nothing big. Just a little flesh wound. really are confident of yourself, you know that? Do you ever stop talking? Talking. King, you frickin' hypocrite. Hypocrite? Let me tell you something. I don't get why you two even stay. Not many of us actually like you, you know. Well, not many of us wants to hear your stinky mouth, and yet we deal with it. So either shut the fuck up or get my hammer to your skull. Your choice. And that's when they continue in. This is when Pinpen says, "Relax. Let us enjoy our success today. Or we can enjoy some peace and quiet. Both sound good right now." Hey! Well, you do know when to you don't really know when to shut up. Now do you? Whatever. Midoriya. With Midoriya, he just this is when he just sits there. What are you doing? You figured. Luckily, it didn't rise too high. Anyway, this is when Midoriya just gets done eating their food. And this is when both of them actually start into the pumps. Anyway, after getting done eating, Midoriya just this is when he just starts drinking some stuff. I mean, starts drinking his ale. This is when Midoriya literally starts. One, two, three, four. This is when Midoriya starts getting closer and closer, and Midoriya just says, right, I keep forgetting. Anyway, sorry about that. This is when Midoriya just starts walking towards them. And the only thing that Midoriya would feel is this is when Midoriya starts eating this is when Midoriya gets done eating his food, and Midoriya literally goes to his brother, and they talk privately. And this one Midoriya says, "You found out how to get that thing away from him?" "Nope. He keeps that thing around his neck 24/7, even in bed." "Good to know." "You got an idea?" "When I say we try to let him die, in the next fight. Something like a bail. Do you have any idea what that is, though? I mean, you're one of them." "Yeah, it's called the Egg of the King." "Then you know what the council's planning." "Yep." "Huh. So what side are we helping now?" "Obviously, we're helping the white side. You know, holy and all that crap." "Gotcha." You think we'll bump into who? Him? Probably. He's gonna probably want that rematch too. We'll see what we got. Deal? Deal. Anyway, pause break for a little bit. Alright, I'm back. But this is when pretty much I got it says should we try so our next battle. Well, what's it at? Some random castle. Not really given a choice to get in this. This is when Midoriya literally gets there. And literally walks towards the blade. Walks towards it. This is when they pretty much hear about their next battle, which goes to a random location. And before you ask, no, Midoriya does not know where. So this is when pretty much they get there. Mind you, thanks to Midoriya, Guts doesn't really get attached to people that easily. But neither does Midoriya, so oh, you can imagine that. This is when Midoriya gets closer and closer. And this is when Midoriya gets to the battlefield. They both charge in with the bloodlust and the morality of a man. Or was a man. And until they got closer. Once Midoriya got stronger and he started fighting off the randomness of hate of people, well, this is when they get to a place, and this is when they hear their men talk about treasure. And they also heard about Zod being there, which Midoriya just smirks. You were right. He is here. Let's go have that rematch then. This is when they do. Him and Midoriya literally get to the location. This is when they both walk in. The soldiers don't try to stop them. Like I said, he doesn't really try to talk to them. He doesn't try to do anything. They're just there. That's it. Yeah, they're not there for anything fancy. Once Midoriya gets actual closer to the place, this is when Midoriya notices. Oh, this is it. A person, and like any other. But Midoriya gets closer look at this. But this one, Midoriya gets a closer look, and he sees him. Zod, been a while, huh? Huh? You two, what brings you here? Care to stop the prophecy? You and I both know that we're not a big fan of them, and neither are you. Can't say I disagree, but I had to obey. So you know about him having a Bailey. But I know too well on how they have it, but it's all part of their plan. Then you wouldn't mind if we stopped that plan? Hardly. They care. Yeah, but for that, it's going to be difficult, considering that we're not facing humans. Yeah. But before I even let you go, I know you want that rematch. Very well then. This is when Midoriya starts popping his neck. His eyes glow yellow. Shall we? Let's. Then this is when they both fully transform. Midoriya's form looks a lot like a Minotaur, but more on the bloodlustful side. And fangs and claws. This is when they both start fighting, which gets pretty brutal. Guts just hangs back, doing nothing. Good thing too, because why is Gut? It actually gets close. This is when they both get this. Fuck. This is when Midoriya wins again. Midoriya changed back to normal. You almost had me that time, Zod. I will beat you one day. One day, but not today. Hey, good try though. You should get going. Hey, Griffith's men is gonna get here. Yeah, I can smell them. See you around, and then see you around. This is when Zod leaves. Once Zod leaves, Midoriya says, "Oh, that was easy." Once hit. This is when pretty much Midoriya just see. This is when Midoriya sees their allies, and Guts and Midoriya doesn't even bat an eye. And what happened here? They were dumb enough to go through a couple of traps. Greed got their heads, and this is how they ended up. Dead. How pathetic. Like, really. They couldn't even tell they were gonna die as soon as they gone through the traps. It's kind of sad, really. That they actually thought that gold would be unguarded that easily. Just because of a siege. Speaking of sieges, we managed to capture the point. And you're just standing there. You can honestly tell we're fine. We're not dead, unfortunately for you. Once they actually get closer and they see the location, this is when Midoriya gets to the tavern. And this is when they pretty much celebrate their victory. This is when pretty much they move up. Over the past months, I'm gonna say, they've pretty much been moving up the rank. Now, neither of them. Actually, no. We get to the part where, well, they were not wounded, but Griffith wasn't either. So they get to the part where they're talking to each other. Midoriya doesn't give a shit. Yeah, but this is when they see the book. I mean, the freaking thing they are trying to steal from him. But this is when Midoriya gives them the look, because Guts knows that Griffith's not going to give it up that easily. So, how do we get in it? Don't know. Well, that's the questions of the gods. So, the fuck? Pause break. Alright, I'm back. Anyway, this is when... Anyway, this is when Midoriya... Or this is when they pretty much see the amulet, and they do the usual thing. The king pretty much visits, but Guts and them both leave because they don't want to deal with it. Let's do this, I guess. Anyway, this is when Midoriya literally starts flying. once Midoriya actually, this is when Midoriya and them get to the location, and this is when they see them. But the captain says, "You two, how dare you leave so easily? Kneel down." Oh, don't push it, General. You should be grateful we're even allowing you to live. You two. Now, if you excuse us, we got more important things to deal with. Anyway, this is when Midoriya literally starts walking towards the next place, which is mostly what you expect from them. But once they get there, let's do this. Anyway, Midoriya said, as that. Let's get this. Let's do this. Anyway, this is when Midoriya actually get. It's when Midoriya literally walks over. When Midoriya leaves, this is when Griffith says, "Mind if I speak to Guts alone?" Midoriya nods. And this is when Guts goes to him. Now, pretty much he explains the assassination attempt, which Guts is not a fond of. As a matter of fact, before he goes to Midoriya. Well, he wants me to kill the leader of the White Dragons. What should we do? I'll do it. What? But I'll be fine. Besides, Guts, you need your rest. I got a bad feeling about today. Right. Once Midoriya gets to the location, he wears an armor that looks similar to Nightingale armor. And he sneaks in and assassinates every Dragon Knight in the facility. Like, see, Midoriya doesn't just uses just a warhammer. He doesn't assassinate the kid, except he makes him. As a matter of fact, so he just kills the father, and disappears back in the shadows. Once Midoriya returns, he has no scratches, none of that. The only thing he had to do is kill 2 guards. That's it. This is when he gets his old armor back, and this is when pretty much he walks off with Guts, who is just joined a tavern and getting scolded by the 2 women. Kirishima says, "Hey, guys, calm down, lay off of him." This is when he starts gripping his mug worse and worse, and until Midoriya grabs them both by the arm and starts twisting it. Is there a problem here? But Guts thinking, thank God for my brother. Their eyes about to snap. Ow! You didn't have to twist our arms. You didn't have to scold him because you think we're reckless. Unlike you guys, we want to die. They're surprised that they even said those words. Why else would we charge into battle? Now shut the fuck up and let us eat. This is what Midoriya drinks a swig. This is when Midoriya just nods. Got it. So where the hell were you? None of your business. Don't act like we're friends. We're not. Your resources. Your assets. Nothing more, nothing less. Anyway, Midori gets there. And this is when Midoriya takes closer look at the guy. And he just sees him. This is when pretty much they get a closer look at them. Huh. This is when Midoriya just walks off. But once Midoriya literally... it's closer to the location, this is when... and he sees them. Huh. Let's do this. Once he gets close, this is when pretty much they do the battle, which you already know what it is, about the rhinos, but Midoriya pretty much already did the 100-man thing. As a matter of fact, they were smart enough not to fall, and Guts was the one who grabbed the girl, and Midoriya managed to grab him as well. So pretty much it didn't happen. But this is when pretty much they get to the battle. Hey, you got an idea? If the plan goes as it goes, we'll be there in 10 minutes. I'll distract the rhinos. You take on the rest. Got it. And this is when they both charge in. And Griffith just sees that. Griffith's now just getting annoyed because Midoriya has no respect for Griffith's dream. As a matter of fact, flashback. What do you think of my dream? It's stupid, really. You're having a lost cause, and you're trying to drag my brother into it. I'm only saying this once. You're only still alive because you're paying us. Like I said, I could care little about you or your men. The only reason we're here is literally to get the coin and leave. Once you guys become nobles, we're leaving. We don't work for weaklings. Once Midoriya takes on the Rhino. I heard of you. They call you the Blood Bull. And you must be the leader of the Purple Rhinos. Ha! Let's see if the rumors about you are true. Come on, then. And this is when he starts fighting the enemies of the Purple Rhinos. And he takes them all out, one by one, on with his hammer. But Guts takes out the rest of the group. And this is when the rest are going in. Crossbow bolts and arrows and catapults are going everywhere. Midoriya takes on the front. This is when he grabs a flag from the Purple Rhinos and literally impales the leader of the Purple Rhinos' his mount, and literally just swings it down. This is when he walks over to the guy with the hatred of bloodlust in his eyes. He lifts his hammer and literally slams it, crushing the guy's head and skull along with the process. Everyone else managed to get there and literally slaughtered everyone. The general, well, Midori got to him first, and next thing you know, the only thing that were left is literally bits and pieces. Same with the male. They're dead. All they see is just Midoriya with his bloody up sledgehammer, and Midoriya looks right back at them with hatred. Guts, let's just smirk, or says, "You're getting soft." Pardon? These are quick kills. Everyone's surprised and horrified of Midoriya. What can you say? Fighting an army, it gets kind of boring. Anyway, Midoriya doesn't attend to the ball thing because he thinks it's stupid. He's okay just drinking a tap, having had a swig. With Guts, that's when Midoriya sees him wearing his armor, and not with the band of the Hawk letter. We can finally leave? Yup. Good. This should piss Griffith off right away. This is when they do. Guts and him start leaving, but this is when he sees the rest of the band of the Hawks. Griffith knew we were not going to stay. We're not a big fan of being nobles. Are you kidding me? But wasn't the band of the Hawks family to you? You forget. Mercenaries always move on. We don't get attached to people. You two are attached because we are good at lurking together. We split up here and there. Hell, we haven't been around this long for a week. Well, he's right, we do split up. This is when Midoriya walks away. But this is when Midoriya just sees Griffith pull his blade. Rock, paper, scissors, who kills him? This is when they both do rock, paper, scissors, shoot, and Midoriya wins. Yeah, let's do this. He brings out his hammer. But this is when pretty much Griffith tries to do the same thing again with Guts, but Midoriya literally uses his hammer and breaks the sword and literally slams it, completely breaking and shattering his skull. And this is when Midoriya quickly took the bayonet before blood even got on it. That was close. So, you're the one that's been causing all this trouble. This is when the eyes open, and they are shaking out of fear. I see you. And this one, Midoriya somehow actually holds it and puts it in his bag. Well, see ya. Come on, Guts. Right. And this when they walk off. Once they get to the new location, so you think they'll go after us? Doubt it. That they'll be too busy mourning for Griffith. They won't have the time. Got it. Well, this is where we part ways, I guess. Yep. See you around. See ya, you Guts. And try not to get yourself killed. I should say that to you. See ya. See ya. And that's where they parted ways. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. This has been Dunkle Dylan here, God of Chaos, and I will see you all in the next film.